Come. Prepare ye the way of the Lord. 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 Long live God! Long live God! Long live God! Long live God! Prepare ye the way of the Lord. Prepare ye the way of the Lord.
Good morning. I'm Diana Winter. I'm a member of Unity Spiritual Center, as well as a member of the board. On behalf of our minister, Reverend Barbara Adams, all of our members, as well as, we welcome all of you here and all those viewing the service from home this morning. The presence of each one of you really brings a gift of blessing as we gather together. We come together to celebrate our unity, our oneness in, with, and as expressions of that holy presence we call God, or consciousness, divine spirit, divine mind, source, love, pure substance. We hold in light and love all people and all spiritual gatherings around the world. We welcome new visitors and would like to offer you a packet of information about our spiritual center. If you would like to raise your hand, an usher will give you a packet. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. So as you may or may not remember, there's a blue card contained in the packet. And if you would fill it back out, if you have any new information, or even if you don't have new information, so that we're sure to have it, okay? Put it in the collection plate, or give it to a prayer chaplain. So we have an opening prayer. So become still now and turn within to God. Dearest Creator, Father God, Source, One I Am, we open our minds and hearts to you now as we turn our attention away from the external conditions and appearances and joyously seek your presence within. Knowing that when two or more are gathered in your name, power and love are present. We come here for joy, for peace, for the affirmation of our oneness with you and all creation. Acknowledging our Christ identity, we give thanks for one another. We give thanks for divine love's ever-presence, for its limitless provision and care, its selfhood as source of our well-being and safety, infinite abundance, and its unwavering recognition of our pure essence and inherent holy innocence. I think it's time now for the prayer box to come forward. Thank you, John Frank. And know that anyone can submit a prayer of gratitude or a request for prayers in this box. Our chaplains respond with affirmative and loving care to all that is contained within. And also, these requests, these prayers, are shared with Silent Unity, where they're held in prayer for 24 hours a day for 30 hours. And knowing that someone is praying for us or with us encourages us to believe that good is unfolding in our life. This turns us away from the worry and opens us to gratitude, making way for the highest good to manifest. Now we have the daily word. And Dick Tanique is going to read it for us.
The word for today is flow. The words I speak flow from infinite wisdom. As I picture a crystal clear stream rushing down a steep mountain slope, I also see it gathering in still pools, calm, deep, and life-giving. This image reminds me that my words and actions flow from a peace that passes understanding, nourished by divine good. To this infinite presence, my heart is steadied and my mind is focused. The words I speak and the choices I make become rich and meaningful. They are not surface ripples, but they carry the depth and power of spiritual truth. As water flows from mountaintop to coastline, the presence of Spirit flows into every part of my life. Divine love pours into human experience. I am both the rushing waters and the deep pools, from which the stream of wisdom I can speak words of that give life. And from Proverbs 18:4, the words of the mouth are deep waters, and the fountain of wisdom is a gushing stream.
Thank you, Dick. Thank you, Dick. That was beautiful. Now it's time to say the Lord's Prayer. And if we'll all, yes. Our Creator, which art in heaven, Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from error. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. And now, we'll have more song.
So today's hymn is something we're going to do on our own. It's not in your hymn book. I don't even know. I don't think the words. Oh yeah, the words are probably. Are the words up there? In the next, are the words up there or no? Yeah, they're the words. So it goes to row, row, row your boat. Most of us over a certain age probably know that tune. So it goes like this. It goes, joy, yes, joy in us. Joy is all we see. Everywhere around the world, the joy begins with me. You want to try it? Joy, joy, joy in us. Joy is all we see. Everywhere around the world, the joy begins with me. Now, to add a little joy to the joy, I'd like you to clap every time you have the word joy. All right, here we go. Ready? Joy, yes, joy in us. Joy is all we see. Everywhere around the world, the joy begins with me. Oh, you got it right off the bat. So now we can add more joy. And on the word me, if you're able, you can stand or you can wave. Yeah? Although the standing gives us a little exercise, so it's not bad. So let's try the joy and then the standing on me. Here we go. Ready? And joy, yes, joy in us. Joy is all we see. Everywhere around the world, the joy begins with me. Oh my God, that's so good. Okay, this was great. And now we're going to do it joyfully in a round. So this side is going to go first, and then I'm going to bring in this side. Okay, now we're going to sing it through 3 times. So each side is going to sing through the whole thing 3 times just to get that joy going. So you ready? Okay, here we go. Ready? Joy, yes, joy. Joy, yes, joy in us. Everywhere around the world, joy begins with me. Joy begins with me. Joy, yes, joy in us. Everywhere around the world, the joy begins with me. One more time. Everywhere around the world, the joy begins with me. Joy, yes, joy in us. Joy is all we see. Everywhere. Wow, good job. Okay. It was joyful. It was 4 times, but you were so into it, I didn't want to stop you. Bless your hearts. Oh, I think I'm next, right? Yeah. I am next. That was joyful. Yes. Hi, Jackie. Thank you for coming. You know, that song, Joy, 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 I usually do Peace, actually. I did it originally with Peace, yes, Peace, because I used it for my Peace concerts. And I've done them all over the world, this song, in, I don't know, Hong Kong, in Thailand, and all over the place. And everybody loves that moment. And you know, and I think I know why. Because it's so joyful. It's just, you're doing something with the people in the room with you, and it's, you know, you don't have to really know all that much about singing or anything. You know, just the joy of fellowship is really, and it's amazing all over the world people know row, row, row your boat. So that's interesting. I want to talk about abundance and joy. Let's turn within, as we begin to become individually and collectively grateful for this moment that we're sharing and the gifts that we give and receive during this time together. May you know that you are being a blessing right now, and that you are also blessed right now. I believe abundance and joy are in many ways the same expression of spirit, the essence of our inner being. It is the place in us that defines us, that compels us to live with passion and zest. Even though we're taught to think of abundance in materialistic terms, joy and abundance are all around us. There's joy in you being here today. It's a joy that you're breathing, a joy that you're awake, a joy that you can smile, you can hear, you can see, you can think, joy that you are able to feel. It's a joy that each of us is alive at this moment in this room together. I'd like to offer a thought that perhaps it isn't so much that we need to experience joy, but rather that we are joy. That we are mindful of the presence of joy in our lives. Cultivating joy shifts our mindset away from scarcity, allowing us to recognize and attract the rich experiences, relationships, and gratitude that make life feel abundant. Practicing and following what brings joy, what is joy, regardless of the perception of our circumstances at any moment, aligns our energy with positive outcomes and positive perceptions. In a way, if we approach life with joy, we are training ourselves, training our brains to notice the fullness of the present moment that we're in, which is exactly the definition of an abundant mind. It's interesting that the word abundant comes from the Latin verb abundare, built from the prefix ab, or ab, meaning from or away, and unda, which means a wave. The literal translation is to rise in a wave. I love this description because it tells us of an ascension. Abundance is we are rising. Often in metaphysical writings, we find the phrase abundant mindset, referring to the infinite resource of spiritual substance. And that's talked an awful lot in Unity. That spiritual substance is the inexhaustible potential. Your abundance is not just being grateful for what you have or where you are in your life or even what you give. It is recognizing, welcoming, embracing, and being grateful for who you are. Who you are right now in this moment. That awareness, where consciousness recognizes its own existence, that awareness is joy. Unlike circumstantial happiness, which we like to tell ourselves to pursue, and which is dependent on external events, joy is an abiding state of spiritual well-being. It is a wholeness. Joy is profound. a connection that we have to the universe. It represents the soul's natural vibration when aligned with truth and love and higher consciousness. You are abundance and you are joy. I'm wondering if we might be teaching and learning this backwards sometimes. Maybe we have to feel joy. We have to be joy before we have something to be joyous about. Instead of searching for what gives us joy in things and people and outcomes that we want, maybe we have to be joy first. We tend to look outside ourselves to deliver what is already inside. The work is from the inside out, not the outside in. In the New Testament, Jesus frames joy not as a temporary, circumstance-based emotion, but as a lasting, divinely given gift that we can possess even in times of sorrow and difficulty. John 15:11 says, "These things I have spoken to you, that my joy may be in you and that your joy may be full." I think that Jesus might have meant that a kingdom is within us. That it is not a physical territory or external ritual, but a spiritual awareness, a state of being. In metaphysics, we presented the idea that the kingdom of heaven is not a physical geographical location or afterlife destination. Instead, like joy, it is understood as a state of elevated divine consciousness, a realm of harmony within. It represents the realization of absolute truth, absolute love, absolute intelligence within the human mind. Heaven is a state of mind rather than a place we go. It's a way we are. It is an awakened awareness in which an individual recognizes their oneness with the divine and operates from that place of love and peace and spiritual truth rather than from the place of fear and ego. The kingdom operates on the metaphysical principle that the inner world shapes our outer world, not the other way around. To seek first the kingdom of God, then, means to focus on mastering one's own thoughts, beliefs, intentions. By cultivating thoughts of love, abundance, and compassion, this sort of inner heaven place, an individual creates an external reality that reflects that same view, that same energy, that same divine order. Joy is the realization of the divine spark present in every human being. When we transcend the ego-driven nature and embody our highest spiritual self, we are actively residing in the kingdom of heaven. We are joy, abundant joy. It is ongoing, never ending. It is an action, an activity, a dimension of mind and energy, and a way of being rather than a place or a feeling. It's a way of being. I got to say that again. It is a way of being rather than a place or a feeling. I also think joy is a path, a simple one, but an uneasy journey, scattered, blurred, and dimmed with our regrets and troubles and cares. It may be challenging for us to open fully to our joy because we have become comfortable in masking who we are with what we want. Yeah. We tend to see what we want as who we are. What we want is out there. Who we are is in here. In Eastern traditions like Buddhism and Hinduism, the world we perceive is a projection of illusions. According to their teachings, we suffer and lack joy because we attach ourselves to transient, external things such as material wealth, status, sensory pleasures, as if they were permanent. No, they're not. What we reach out for isn't permanent. Only what we find in is always. True joy, as we discover, is an internal state of being, not an external object to be required. When we identify solely with our physical bodies, egocentric understandings, and those fleeting emotional states, rather than recognizing a deeper unified consciousness, this limited identity creates an illusion of separation, an illusion of isolation, and an existential fear that directly blocks authentic universal joy. Some actionable steps that might help us reconnect with our abundant joy. Focus on meaning over perfection. Lean into the things that provide a sense of purpose or connection, like spending time in nature, volunteering, engaging in activities just for the fun, without expectations around any outcome. Savor the seemingly little things, the simple pleasures like the sun on your face, a smile from a stranger, a quiet walk, the fragrance of a flower, the sound of a phone, the color of the sky. Shift from chasing joy to doing things with joy. Here's a story from my own life experience that demonstrates a little bit. When I was in my early 20s, I had a job in New York City at the Capezio Dance Store in Times Square, selling dance shoes. 6 days a week, 8 hours a day, I went back and forth to the stockroom to get shoes. This size, that size, this size, that size. It went on all day. It was very mundane, and I don't mind admitting to you that I was pretty close to hating it almost every moment. It wasn't, however, all doom and gloom. It definitely had its perks and moments of great happiness, like when I fitted Liza Minnelli or Eartha Kitt, or also Faye Nicholas, the Nicholas brothers, in their shoes. That was really exciting. And the people I worked with were wonderful. We were all performing in the performing arts, and we would cover for each other when somebody had an audition or something. So we had a good time together, really. One very early morning, about 5 minutes after we opened, the actor Matthew Broderick came in. He was currently in a wonderful off-Broadway play, Torch Song Trilogy, which I had just seen, so I was really excited to meet him. He came in with his girlfriend, Sarah Jessica Parker, to buy her ballet slippers. She had just made the headlines in the title role of Annie on Broadway. That was her first big thing. She and I had a short conversation. She asked me, what do I do besides work here at Capizio? Which people often asked. And I told her I was a dancer, and she said, oh, we have that in common. I started out in dance. And she said, I'm now pursuing acting, and I just love it. I responded, yes, I saw you in Annie. You were wonderful. But to myself in my head, I was responding, yeah, I think that's what I'm supposed to be doing. So there were those days at the store, but mostly people came in and came out and bought their shoes and talked about the shows they were doing. There was always actually lively conversations about who was doing what show, and I was soon to learn that it wasn't what I was doing that would be fulfilling to me, but how I was doing it that would ultimately have me find true meaning in my life. On Sunday afternoons, after attending Unity Church in New York, Lincoln Center, I used to walk into the middle of Central Park. I had this favorite carved bench right in the middle of the park, sort of hidden actually, where I would sit every Sunday in the quiet next to a small running brook, and I would take in the nature that surrounded me, and I used that time to read a lot. I wrote a lot of poetry on that bench. I dreamed and imagined on that bench, and I talked to myself a lot, and I listened to spirit on that bench. One day I was sitting there trying to figure out, what is my next step? What should I be doing? And what kept coming into my mind was the phrase, divinely in order. I had heard that in church one Sunday during one of Eric Butterworth's sermons. He was the minister at the Unity in New York. And I used to always write down the little phrases that he said during the service that I felt were both inspirational and instructional. I remember thinking to myself while sitting there in this quiet space in the middle of the park that this divine order is taking way too long. I was thinking that my life was just devoid of joy. That I have this humdrum job, which sometimes is fun, that I really don't enjoy, and I don't see any way out of it. I didn't realize I had discovered the answer for myself until the next day at work. I arrived early at 8 a.m., as I always, and to open up the store. And as those of you that know me, anything before 10 a.m., I really don't know what's going on. Yeah, so not only did I arrive at 8, but I lived out in Brooklyn and Fort Greene, so it took almost an hour to get to work. So, you know. It somehow came to me that morning that divine order wasn't about me waiting for something to happen. It was about me awakening to what was already happening, and perhaps changing my perspective and my perception to see what was happening in a different way, in a new light. So that day at work, when I didn't have customers, I decided to organize the point shoe boxes on the shelves. Now let me explain a little bit. Hundreds of people came in through that store to try on point shoes every day. And the boxes it just was a sea of boxes everywhere, like all day long. In just an hour, it would just be like full of boxes everywhere. Now, I'm not sure how this idea came to me, but it did. It was like a small voice in me, and I followed it. I began meticulously lining up the corner of the boxes, making sure the brands and the corresponding numbers on the boxes matched up precisely. It actually became very meditative. I stopped waiting on customers altogether that day, and my wonderful coworkers just let me keep going because they were just grateful somebody was cleaning up the boxes. The hours flew by. Someone had to remind me to take my lunch break. My time, my energy became focused on those boxes. The shoe area started to look so well organized and neat that the owner of the store started taking a real liking to me. Estelle. And eventually, the Capizio factory started using my feet to test out new shoe designs. Plus, I got a lot of free dance shoes. That led to me meeting producers and directors and choreographers, which consequently landed me performing jobs. But the lesson I gained turned out not to be about my dreaming about one day doing something different. It was about my being something different. Recognizing the joy that had always been in me that I had not been expressing. My awareness is what opened and shaped my future. It can be daunting and challenging to find our joy, to live it, to be it, to speak it. It can be difficult to love freely and fully with our hearts in a world that primarily focuses on training and constricting our mind. Our world keeps us thinking about doing something rather than being something. The work for us, it seems to me, is to draw spiritual sustenance from the internal space within, to find joy in the midst of our anxieties, to have joy in the space of anger, to experience joy in the depth of fear and struggle, to discover joy in the pursuit of our desires and in the shadow of our defeats, to find joy in the pain of loss, in the triumph of accomplishment, and to be joy in the moment of every breath. So when confusion seems to strangle what is possible, when frustration shrinks all sense of our well-being, when worry agitates the presence of peace, say a prayer of joyful gratitude. Be thankful that you have experienced this moment, this awareness that joy abounds. Remember the psalm, rejoice and be glad. For the question isn't where can we find joy in what's happening? The question is, are we willing to be vulnerable enough to allow ourselves to embrace the joy that is already here, that is inside of us? Despite our perpetual preoccupation with the distraction of living in the past or living for the future, this present moment continues to invite us to discover joy and live our lives abundantly in that joy, in the deep spiritual essence of who we are and why we are. It feeds us. It fulfills us. It is us. The space between what we intend and what we do is often great. but we keep beginning. I love to have a little music there. It's nice. The gap between what we feel and what we say is often surprisingly dissonant, but we keep trying. The field that lies between what we experience and what we understand is vast, and yet we keep growing. We go on because the divine is everywhere and everything. Its celebration cannot be contained, restricted, or denied. And so I offer you in this moment to choose your joy. Know your joy. Commit to seeing joy everywhere. Even when life appears joyless. Joyous you are. Express yourself as abundant joy to the whole world, everywhere you go, to every person you meet, no matter the circumstances, the situation, how you feel. It isn't about how we feel. It's about who we are. May this awareness of joy heal you, sing you. And as we begin to know this deep truth of ourselves, it will set you free. And so it is. Amen. I don't have a hymn book. Amen. We're now going to sing my favorite hymn in this hymn book, 309, Quiet Waters. Oh, thank you. I should have it memorized by now, but... Quiet waters all around me, quiet thoughts prepare the way, quiet light aglow within me, growing brighter as I pray. Visions in my mind are clearer, drawing nearer every day. With each taste of sweet fulfillment, I give thanks each time I pray. Ever knowing mind to guide my way till day is done. Through the night you're ever present till I greet the morning sun. As I feel you there beside me, I know what to do and say. Love and blessings flowing through me, this is my Thanksgiving day. Let us prepare ourselves for meditation, for the blessing of meditation and silence. Let us calm our thinking rest our wanting, and open our hearts to receive. Allow the following words to embrace you, to resonate in you and as you. Take a big breath. Slowly exhale, relaxing from the top of your head, around your eyes, your face. Simply allow the muscles of your neck and your shoulders to relax. Take another big breath. And as you let the air slowly out, relax your chest, your arms, your wrists, your hands, your fingers. Let them rest. Take another big breath, and in the exhale of letting go, relax your hips, your thighs, the muscles in your legs, your ankles, your feet, your toes. All are relaxed and at peace. You are the I am. The I am receiving intuitive understanding in this moment of clarity and connection and meditation. I am is in you. It is you. Allow the wisdom of Source to rise in you as I am. I can feel my connectedness in every moment. I can feel my connection to the earth. I can feel how connected I am to others in this room. I can feel this partnership I have with all life. I can feel how our individuality merges and melts into a sea of energy, like every drop of water is the ocean binding together. I can feel us healing together, growing together. Feel how connected to the universal mind and heart each person is in this very moment. I am. I am. I am receiving abundance flooding into my life like a river running. Abundance and joy are my frequency. I am vibrating with the ease of abundant joy. I am embraced by the feelings of security that my connection brings. I receive abundance on every level of my life, in every area of my life. There is abundance. The I am. I allow the energy of prosperity and joy to enter my life. I appreciate the abundance of everyday experience. I allow myself to move my mind out of the way and let abundance and joy guide me. Feel the way joy transforms, changing perception, opening understanding, infusing experience with gratitude, connecting the divine I am. In the silence, I am willing to receive. I am open to receiving now. I embrace in the silence with love all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I allow this truth to radiate as a light in me and as me in the silence. I am the energy of abundance, the ease, the security, the freedom, the joy is all part of my being. I am giving out beams of joy, and I am receiving joy in abundance. I am joyful in my work environment. I am joyful in developing my relationships. I am joyful in navigating my challenges. I am joyful in what I have and where I am and who I am. I feel joy all around, like the light of the sun. I accept the gifts of abundance and joy from the universe in all the multitude of ways it gives to me. I accept them. I accept that I am worthy and deserving of them. I open myself to receive. I am a shining light of joy in this moment and every moment. Radiate joy and abundance. Pour it out not only to those around you, but to yourself. Appreciate that gift. I am grateful for all that makes life full and meaningful, and I embrace it. I am inside the light of abundance and joy, and the light is in me. And so it is. Amen. Oh, prayer for protection, yes. Oh, isn't there somebody who wants to join me up here? Someone's usually, Anne says, come on up. Yes, thank you, Ryan. Yes, thank you. Although I don't have the words up here, but you probably remember. Great. Yeah, good. Oh, yeah, come on. The light of light surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I think I speak for each one of us if I express my profound gratitude for your most wonderful reminder of who we are, not what we have, not what we do, not who we know, but just the pure essence of our being. It was a beautiful reminder. Thank you. And also a reminder of how we get in the way of living from that. So, and thank you, Jane, for coming back to the piano. Yeah. We most enjoyed it. So now we'll do the offering.
Divine love flowing through me and multiplies all that I give and all that I receive.
I am grateful.
Take a look at all the things that turned out sad, and every conversation that made you mad. All your worry, all your care may try to hold you, but they're just not there. You can learn to move through darkness. You can throw away your fear. The sun within you will dry your tear. Friends may hurt you, leave you all alone. Life is just a journey to help you grow and grow. Inside the light, you will find your home. The strength to keep on trying. Joy all your own. Your single light can brighten every face. Let it open up the darkness. Shine in every place. Inside the light is the best of you and me. A song we haven't sung yet. A dance yet to be. Forgive yourself. Love you'll comprehend. As we learn to touch each other, the light will never end. Move through darkness. Throw away your fear. Sun within you, dry your tear. And all those worries and all those cares may try to hold you, but they're just not there. Inside the light, we will answer prayers. In the light where God connects us. In the love where God unites us. In the light that never leaves us. I will meet you, I will meet you there.
Again, thank you, Thomas. We give thanks for the blessings that came to us today, for the generosity of this community. May we always be willing to open our hearts and our minds, be aware of the And now we have the weekly announcements. Is Kathy Civarelli here? So if you're here, stand up. Thank you. Okay. So our meditation class on Tuesday evenings from 6 p.m. and Joe Dispenza's progressive course facilitated by our Daryl. Do you want to say something?
Yeah, actually, I do. Is that right?
Yes.
It's not about this. I need to jump in anyway.
It's fine.
Although I'd love to have you come on Tuesday night. It's great. But Tuesday morning, it's going to be absolutely beautiful. And seeing how it's springtime, and it'll be a lovely time to spread some mulch. And you should see how excited you guys' faces look from up here. So if anybody's hanging around on Tuesday morning with nothing to do,
Oh, that's good.
come join me. All you got to do is bring yourself, and well, it's going to be pretty warm, so I'd bring some water. But Tuesday morning, 10 o'clock, if you feel so moved, come join me, and we'll get this place, we'll get the gardens ready for the summer.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
And we have spring meditation with Liz Santa Maria and Catherine DaCosta, who are both our prayer chaplains, and the dates and times are up there, and they should be in the newsletter. Rakers offered Suzanne Brower and Donna Lee Farrell, Lynn Richardson, and Liz. June 21st, and before service, 9:30 to 10:15 in the multipurpose room. Social events team will meet after the service on Sunday, May 14th,
Oh, so like, wait.
the 24th. You know, I'm standing here going, maybe it's me.
I know, like, wait, what is today? Yeah.
The 24th. And it says it'll be a quick meeting to discuss summer activities. Strawberry Social, June 28th, immediately following the service. Prayer chaplains are available for personal prayer and support before and after.
Hey, for that meeting on the 24th, anybody that has any interest in joining the social events committee, by all means, join us. We'd love to have some help.
And we have even more requests for volunteers coming up. We're not finished. Hello?
Oh, we're not.
We're not finished. Sorry. You want to stand around, you can. I'm sorry, but I have to do this. After the first, there are just a couple of things. After our first meeting, the board decided to give monthly overview of highlights of each meeting. And there is a book out front for anybody who wants to really know about everything that was discussed. There's a book available out front at the desk. They're not in there yet, but they will be soon. So just a brief overview. The parking lot will be paved and striped in the fall after the West Her Theater season. There'll be a reception for Mitchell, who has completed his PhD. So we'll be receiving his doctoral degree And the date is to be set, and Nancy will ask the coffee committee to make plans for the event. Our treasurer, Michael Kruger, reported that we are cash positive, bills are paid, and we have $23,500 remaining in the reserve fund. There's a lot more information, but I won't take the time right now. We already know the stucco project will begin in early June, and the Unity sign will be taken down, and the wall will be bare for a while, for an indeterminate period of time until we have the new Unity Spiritual Center sign. If you're interested in offering a class related to Unity teachings, please speak to me, and we can schedule you in and take a look at what it is you want to offer. What else? Oh, now come the volunteer request. Daryl already made his request, so thank you. And Barb Boyce, I don't think Barb is here today. Oh no, they're off camping. So Barb is responsible for creating and providing some contact for and setting up the weekly newsletter. And she communicates with the website designer. And then she sees to it that it all gets published. She creates articles for Facebook and info for other multimedia programs, and is, again, among other things, responsible for keeping the newsletter info updated on the bulletin board. So she does a lot. Which reminds me, I didn't thank the volunteers who are already very active. You're invaluable, and we're very grateful. So Barb would be extremely grateful for at least 2 volunteers. I want to get this right. She'd like to build a small team of people who have time, desire, computer skills, and online experience with social media to help her. So I think most of you know who Barb is. And finally, where's Liz? Liz is in. Oh, there you are. Liz also has a request for volunteers for the social community, so she's going to talk to you.
Oh, I'm talking?
That's what they told me.
I told you?
That's what we decided. Yes, you did.
It's all in divine order. I am here, and the social committee does need volunteers, which Daryl also expressed that. And we're meeting on the 24th? That's not a Sunday?
Yes.
Oh, next Sunday. Next Sunday, the 24th, we will be meeting, and we would love anyone to join us because we do have fun and do stuff for the Spiritual Center, which we love. We love all of you, and we want only the best. And thank you very much. And I'm glad that Divine Order directed me up here.
Yes,